is up, guys? This is Anthony, aka BadBomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the DC Multiverse Batwoman. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see that the figure is showcased in the new DC Multiverse window box packaging. Turning the box around, we can see an image of the Connect Clayface, and on the left, all the other figures from this lineup. So with the box out of the way, let's crack this figure open and see what we have inside. And here's Batwoman out of the box. And man, I have been waiting for a very cool standard Batwoman figure in this Multiverse/DC UC line for a very long time. And Mattel is finally giving it to us, and she is pretty cool, and I'm very excited to check her out with you guys. But before we take a closer look at the figure, let's take a look at the accessories. So Batwoman does come with a decent amount of accessories. Starting off, she comes with two interchangeable head sculpts, Clayface's crotch piece, and his head. So with the accessories out of the way, let's take a closer look at Batwoman. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at Batwoman. Now this is a figure that I've been waiting for a good minute to be in the DC Multiverse/DC UC line. I love the character. She's so cool to me. I love her origin. She's just honestly one of my favorite female characters in comic books, and I'm really glad that we're finally getting her in the this style from Mattel, which is very, very cool. Before we get to that, she does come with a few pieces, so we do get Clayface's butt, and we'll take a look at that later, as well as his head again, which is very cool. But those pieces we'll take a closer look at when we take a closer look at Clayface. Which is really cool is that she does come with interchangeable heads. So as you can see, I have the masked head on right now. That looks very, very cool. You can just pop this off. It is just on a standard ball peg. It is kind of a long joint, as you can see right there. Pretty lengthy and whatnot. I think that is because of the hair. And you can get her actually extra head right here, which is more unmasked head, because she does have more short hair. And then we do get that right there. Now with this specific head, I'm not sure if I love that. It's not terrible, but the sculpt is a little soft. I think the paint looks okay on it. The eyes look really nice. The lips are a little awkward. She does have her signature short hair, which I think is very, very cool. It's a little gappy when you're posing the head around, because then you can see into the back of that peg right there. You can see lots of gappage, so that's kind of a problem. You can see just looks like she's getting her head cut off, which is a little weird. So that's not cool. It's not great, but I mean, it's not terrible. That's a step forward as far as I'm concerned with Mattel, the fact that we're getting more interchangeable heads and whatnot. So that's a plus in my book in that aspect. So let's get the more standard masked head back on, because I think most of us are going to be displaying her with that head, because that looks very cool. I love the sculpt of her mask. I think that looks killer. The lips look fantastic. Nice long red hair. I just think it looks so, so cool. The cape just drapes very nicely, comes to those points. Nice, semi-gloss plastic. Very soft and pliable, has that red inlining on the inside, which is very nice. I actually really love just the shape of this figure, because it's not overly skinny, because Mattel's had problems with making their females overly skinny and lengthy, and I think the build of this figure actually looks really, really nice. A very nice figure. Everything about her just looks really good. Nice thick legs, I think it looks awesome. The paint on all this is really, really good. Just simple, solid blacks and reds, and all look very, very nice. The logo on her chest looks really good. The red on her belt all looks good. Looks like it's more molded in red. I think the boots came out nice. All of that really looks good. Her gauntlets on her gloves look really good with those three-pointed spikes. Her Batwoman butt back there, and you can see all the markings for who made this, made in China, and all that stuff back there. So pretty cool. My only real big complaint is going to be this. Mattel is starting to get a little better with the articulation, a little bit more in lines with Marvel Legends. The problem is, she comes with no other accessories. Now I said, I gave praise for them for even giving us an extra head, but come on, she's Batwoman. Just like any Batman figure, she should come with some gadgets, like a batarang or a grapple hook or something. She comes with nothing. And that's honestly, that really pisses me off, because Mattel needs to step their game up if they're going to be charging all the same price as like a Marvel Legend. And I'm not a big fan or collector of Marvel Legends, but they're pretty much the same price, and Marvel Legends comes with so much more articulation, so much more paint, so much more accessories, and Build-A-Figures. Mattel should be doing the same thing, and to be honest, it seems kind of cheap when they can't give us at least a simple Batarang. That should not be happening in this day and age, but it is what it is. So let's take a look at the articulation now, because it actually is pretty good. So the head is on a ball joint, it does roll around just like so, does turn left and right, can't really look up all that much because of that long hair back here, does look down about that far, does pivot side to side, arms can go full 360 like that, go out and up that far, which is very nice. You know, standard figures go about that far, she goes up and out. That's really cool. I do like that. We get a single bend at the elbow, as well as rotation at the elbow. I do like that. Rotation at the wrist, as well as a hinge at the wrist. We do get a very nice cut below the breast. More figures, as female figures, should have this simple cut right here below the breast that wraps around the back, because that's on a ball peg. That rolls around just like so. Very nice and smooth. Does rotate left and right, pivot side to side. Crunches forward, not so much. Back quite a bit. That's pretty good. You do get some gappage in there, but it's nothing terrible, because this is all black. It pretty much covers it up. No waist swivel, but you don't really need it if this swivels just like that, so I think that actually works out very nicely. Hip joints can kick forward about that much and high up. That's pretty far. That's pretty good. Back, not so much, because she got a big old booty. Splits about that far, which is okay. We get rotation at that upper thigh. We get a double jointed knee. That works pretty good for the most part. We get an ankle joint, allows you to point the toe up and down, and no ankle rocker, no swivel, nothing like that. So that's a little disappointing. So overall, I do think this is a pretty cool figure. I think Mattel did a great job with the sculpt. I do like the paint, it's very simple and whatnot. I do, again, like the fact that we get the secondary head, even though it's not a great head, but is what it is. But Mattel really needs to step up the game with accessories, especially for a character like her, who should be using a lot of gadgets. They need to do that and get on the ball with that, because if this figure had all kinds of accessories or whatnot, just a few simple things, I would absolutely love this figure. But I do appreciate her for what she is, and if you are looking for a great Batwoman figure to add to your Bat Family collection in this scale from the DC Multiverse line, then this piece is definitely a must-get. So for a quick size comparison, here she is standing next to a Marvel Legends Captain America figure, as well as a DC Batman figure. And for your Bat comparison, here she is standing next to a DC Barbara Gordon Batgirl and Cassandra Cain Batgirl. And just for fun, here she is standing next to a little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the DC Multiverse Batwoman. Now overall, I do think this is a really great figure from Mattel. I think they did such a good job with her. She's got a great sculpt and great paint, and I really do love the articulation that they've given her. I do like the fact that we're getting interchangeable heads, but even though that secondary head is kind of terrible, I wish Mattel would really step their game up and give us actual accessories. This is Batwoman. She at least needs a Batarang. But other than that, she is a great figure, and I really like where Mattel is going with this DC Multiverse line. And if you're looking for a great Batwoman figure to go with your Bat family, then this piece is definitely a must-get. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.